Hello guys, today we're going to be doing that trend where you invert your screen while coloring a picture. I'm doing a coloring page because I'm way too lazy to draw and I'm also very sick. Now it's time to invert our screen, and this is what our color looks like inverted. I'm going to start out by saying this. My color wheel was completely messed up. It was completely wrong, and that's why some of the colors look off. I thought red was the opposite of blue, orange was the opposite of teal, yellow was the opposite of purple, and green was the opposite of pink. And most of that is right, but orange and red were actually swapped, so red is the opposite of teal and orange is the opposite of blue. With that logic, I have no idea how Vaporeon ended up looking good, and I was having a little bit of a struggle with the fact that dark colors were light and light colors were dark. So you can see on Vaporeon's fin things that they were very light at this stage. They are meant to be dark, but I changed it. And now that that's said, I finished Vaporeon now and I'm moving on Flareon. I'm gonna be talking about each specific evolution and how I colored them and where I went wrong. For Vaporeon, I put a gray color instead of a yellowish color, and for Flareon, it looks really off because I used purple instead of a tealish or blue color. This wasn't in the script, but I found out that I wasn't wrong, and the Abyss paint color wheel is just really weird. So I was wrong about the orange and red, but not about purple and yellow. But alas, I used purple and Jolteon had to pay the price. Also, at this point, I realized I was doing the scleras wrong. So apparently the evolutions have black scleras instead of white, because they don't really have canon eye colors. So everyone just makes their eye scleras black, but they're not, and I was making them white. For Eevee, obviously he is brown, and I was trying to do it like human skin, and didn't really end up that well. It looked way muted. I did Espeon almost perfectly, but I tried to make her darker by darkening the color, and obviously since it's inverted, it's swapped, so I had to go back and fix that, and I also forgot to color her tail, so I had to go back and redo that. And before you think I'm insane and know all the evolution colors by heart, I don't. I was using an inverted photo, and since I had the inverted filter on, it showed the normal colors. I'm coming back a week later to do the voiceover, so if I sound different, that's why. So for, I think, Umbreon, right? I got him almost perfect. A little bit off on the yellow bits, but I think it turned out pretty good. And finally for Leafeon, he kind of turned into the bisexual flag. I didn't realize that till later. I also accidentally made him purple instead of blue, so I had to go back and redo that, and it turned out pretty good besides for that part, but I just had to do the background and fix up some things, so I'm going to stop talking now and just play the speed paint. It is time for the big reveal. Okay.